What
Put
happens
your
when your best
nose.
friend finds
Hey,
your
give
secret
it
photos?
back.
Flushed
Okay,
face.
here you go. You're
An
such a
emotional
dork.
true gay story, LGBTQ plus slow burn romance. Chapter 1, The Moment That Stopped My Heart. He was holding my phone.
Smells amazing. How are
That
the
was the
veggies coming
first thing I
along?
saw when I walked
Almost
back
done.
into
These
my
will be
bedroom.
perfect.
My best friend Daniel was sitting on the edge of my bed, my phone in his hands, the screen glowing against his face. His eyes were wide. His mouth was slightly open.
Smells amazing,
and
right?
the way he was looking at
Yeah,
that
it really
screen, so
does.
still, so
Just
careful,
wait,
like
almost
he had just
ready.
found
Looks
something he was
perfect.
never supposed to find, made
Smells
my whole
amazing.
body
How
go
much
cold
longer?
from the inside
Just a
out.
couple more minutes?
I stood
Want
in
a
the
taste?
doorway with
Yeah,
2
looks
cups of
perfect.
coffee in my hands, still warm, still steaming. I had only been gone for 3 minutes, maybe 4. I had gone to the kitchen to make us both a drink because we were going to watch a movie
Oh my
just like we
God,
did every
no.
single Friday night.
This can't
Nothing
be
was supposed
happening.
to happen. Nothing was ever
No,
supposed to
please.
happen, but there he was, and there was my
Hey,
phone.
how's it
And I
going?
knew the
Good, you?
exact
Yeah,
second I
pretty
saw
good.
his
Just
face, what
relaxing.
folder he had
Sounds
found.
nice.
It is. We should catch up
Daniel,
soon.
I said, my voice
And then
came
the
out
knight
quieter
said,
than I
the real
wanted.
treasure was the journey.
He
Oh,
looked up
that's so
slowly.
cheesy,
Our
but I
eyes
love it.
met.
Right?
And in that single moment between one heartbeat and the next, everything I had worked so hard to keep hidden inside me cracked
I think you
open
need to
like
see
glass.
this. Okay, what is
He
it?
did not say
Just
anything
look at
right
the
away.
screen.
He just
I
looked
see.
at me, and I looked at him, and the silence between us was so loud it was almost painful. Then very gently, he placed my phone face down on the bed beside him. Hey, he said, just that, just one word. But the way he said it, soft, careful, like he was afraid I might run, told me that everything between us had just changed forever. My name is Zane. I am 23 years old. I was born in a small city where everyone knew everyone,
Smells
where the
amazing.
summers were long and
Almost
golden
ready.
and the winters made the whole
Take your
world feel
time.
like it had gone to sleep. I grew up in a house full of
This
noise,
is nice,
2
isn't it?
older brothers,
Yeah, it really
a mother
is.
who cooked
How's the
enough
coffee?
food for 10
It's
people
perfect.
every evening,
Eggs are good
and
too.
a father
Glad
who
you like
believed
it.
strongly that men should be strong, quiet, and certain of themselves at all times. I was never very good at the certain part.
Great day for a
I
walk,
knew
isn't
I was
it?
different from
Yeah,
the time I
perfect
was
weather.
about
So
15.
refreshing.
Not
We
in a
should do this
dramatic
more often.
movie-style way
Definitely.
where everything suddenly makes sense in one clear moment. It was more like a quiet thing that lived underneath all my other feelings, a
Great
small,
spot, right?
persistent truth that
Yeah,
I kept
perfect
pressing
day
down
for it.
whenever it tried to
So,
come to the
what's new with
surface.
you?
I
Not
told
much, just
myself
busy.
It was just a phase.
Wow,
and I
this
told
community
myself
looks
I was
really
confused.
active. I'm joining
Then
right
I
now.
stopped telling
This is
myself
gonna be great.
anything and just got very
This
good
festival
at
is
being
great,
busy,
isn't it?
at laughing
Yeah, it's
loudly
perfect.
at the
Let's
right
check out the
moments,
booths.
at making
Good
sure
idea.
that
Lead the way.
nobody ever looked at me too
Beautiful
closely.
day, isn't it?
By
Yeah,
the time I
perfect
was
for a walk.
21, I had
The
accepted
fresh air
the
is
truth
great.
about myself in the privacy of my own
Perfect
mind.
evening for a
I
walk,
was
isn't
gay.
it?
I was
Absolutely.
not
The
confused.
sunset is beautiful.
I was not going through a phase. But I was also nowhere near ready to say it out loud to anyone because saying it out loud would mean it was real in a way that I was not sure
Thanks.
I could
This smells
handle
wonderful.
yet.
Of course.
So I kept
Enjoy.
it in the only safe place I knew, locked inside a private folder on my phone, filled
Hey,
with
everyone.
photographs I had saved from
Hi,
places
we
online,
miss you.
images that
I
meant
miss
something
you
to me
too.
that helped me
How is
understand who
everyone?
I was. Nothing
Hey everyone,
inappropriate,
just finished the
pictures
report.
that made
The
me
results
feel
are very
less alone.
promising.
2
I'll
men
share the
walking
details
together, a
shortly.
photo
Let's
of 2
discuss the
hands
next
held
steps.
together, a quote about loving
Oh,
healed
that's
without
hilarious.
shame,
I know, right?
photograph
Look
of
at
a pride
that.
flag
How did
reflected
he
in a
even
puddle
do
on
that?
a
No
rainy
idea,
city
but it's
street.
genius.
Small
This
things,
is
private
nice.
things, mine.
Yeah, it really
And
is.
Daniel had found
I'm
every
glad we could
single
do
one of them.
this. Me too.
Daniel and I had been best friends since we were
Whoa,
17.
that was
We
awesome.
met
I
on the
know,
first
right?
day of
So
our
good.
final year of school, thrown together in the same homeroom class, seated next to each other purely by alphabetical accident. His last name was Reyes, mine was Ramen, close enough that the universe decided we belonged beside each other, and it turned out to be right.
Coffee's
He
ready.
was the kind of
Thanks.
person who made friends without even trying. He had this easy, open energy that made people feel comfortable immediately. He laughed easily. He listened carefully. He remembered small details about people, their favorite songs, the name of their dog, the thing they had mentioned once and assumed nobody would remember. He was genuinely kind in a way that was rare and real. And from the
It's
very
been a long
first
time
week of
since
that
we sat
school
like
year,
this.
I felt
Too
more
long.
at ease
It's
around
good to
him
be
than I
here.
had around
Yeah.
almost anyone else in my
Cheers
life.
to a great night.
We spent
Cheers
that
to
whole
that.
year doing everything together.
This is
Studying in the
perfect. It
library,
really
going
is.
for long drives
You know,
on
these quiet
weekends,
moments
sitting on
really
the
help
roof
put
of his
things in
family home
perspective.
on summer evenings,
Just like
talking
this
about
tea, it's
everything
all
and
about
nothing.
finding the right
We talked
balance.
about our dreams and our fears. We talked about the future. We talked about the kind of people we wanted to become. We talked about almost everything except the one thing I could never talk about. When school ended, we both moved to the same city for university. Different programs, different buildings, but the same apartment block by pure coincidence, which felt like the universe
Put your
making another
nose.
decision for
Hey,
us.
give it
We
back.
spent the next
Okay,
4 years
okay, here
in
you
and
go.
out of
You're
each
such a
other's
dork.
lives constantly. When his parents went through a difficult period, I was there. When my grandfather passed away, he drove 3 hours with
Smells
me to my
amazing. How are the
family
veggies
home
coming
and
along?
sat in the kitchen
Almost
with my
done. These
mother
will be
for
perfect.
hours, just being present. We had been through the kind of experiences that turned friendship into something that felt more like family.
Smells
Now
amazing,
we were
right?
23,
Yeah, it
both
really
finished
does.
with university,
Just wait,
both
almost
trying to
ready.
figure out
Looks
what came
perfect.
next, both living
Smells
in the
amazing.
same city,
How much
still
longer?
close, still
Just a couple
spending
more minutes?
Friday evenings
Want a taste?
exactly
Yeah,
like this,
looks
him
perfect.
in my apartment, a movie ready to play, the easy comfort of someone you trust completely wrapped around the evening like a warm blanket.
Oh my god,
Except
no.
now he was holding
This
my
can't be
phone,
happening.
and the warm blanket had
No,
been pulled
please.
away all at once.
Hey, how's it
I walked
going?
into the
Good,
room
you?
slowly
Yeah,
and
pretty
set
good, just
both cups of
relaxing.
coffee on
Sounds
the small
nice.
table
It is, we should
beside
catch
my
up soon.
bed. My hands
And
were
then the knight
steady,
said,
which
the real
surprised
treasure
me
was the
because
journey.
inside I
that's
felt
so
like
cheesy,
everything was
but I
shaking.
love it.
I
Right?
sat down on the other end of the bed, a careful distance from him, and I looked at my hands for a long moment before I looked at him again.
I think you need to see this.
How much did you see?
Okay,
I
what
asked.
is it?
He
Just
was
look at the
quiet for
screen.
just a second.
I see.
I was trying to change the song, he said. You left your phone here and the music was skipping. I picked it up to fix it and I must have pressed the wrong thing and then the Photos app opened and he stopped. He pressed his lips together. I saw enough, Zane. I nodded, my throat felt very tight. I'm not upset, he said immediately, and his voice was so genuine that it almost made something inside me collapse entirely. I want you to know that
Smells
first.
amazing.
I'm not
Almost
upset
ready.
and I'm not judging you.
Take your time.
I want you to know that you can talk to me.
This is nice, isn't
Daniel,
it? Yeah, it really
you
is.
don't have
How's
to
the coffee?
explain
It's
anything,
perfect.
he said.
Eggs are good too.
You don't
Glad
owe
you like
me
it.
any explanation, but I'm your best friend and I've known you for 6 years, and if you've been carrying something alone this whole time,
Great day for
I
a
just
walk,
want you
isn't
to
it?
know that you
Yeah,
didn't have
perfect
to.
weather. So
That's
refreshing.
all.
We should do
I
this
looked
more
at him
often.
then,
Definitely.
really looked at him. He was watching me with those dark, steady eyes of his, and there was nothing in his face except warmth and concern and a particular kind of careful attention
Great spot,
that always
right?
made me trust him
Yeah,
completely.
perfect day
He
for
meant
it.
every word he was
So,
saying.
what's
I
new
knew
with
that.
you?
I had
Not
always
much,
known
just
that
busy.
Daniel was safe. I had
Wow,
always
this
known
community
somewhere
looks
in the back
really
of my mind that
active.
if I ever
I'm
told
joining
anyone,
right
he would
now.
be the right person
This
to
is
tell.
going to be
I
great.
had just never been ready.
This festival's great,
Maybe
isn't it?
tonight I was going
Yeah,
to
it's
have to
perfect.
be.
Let's check out the
I'm
booths.
gay, I said.
Good idea. Lead the
The
way.
words felt enormous.
Beautiful day,
They had
isn't
never
it?
been said out
Yeah,
loud by my
perfect for a
own
walk.
mouth before.
The fresh
They
air
were
is
just
great.
floating there between us now in my
Perfect
small,
evening for a
quiet
walk, isn't it?
bedroom with the coffee
Absolutely,
going
the
warm
sunset is
beside us
beautiful.
and a movie still waiting to be played. Daniel did not flinch. He did not look surprised. He just nodded slowly and his expression did
Thanks,
not
this smells
change at
wonderful.
all except
Of
to
course,
become a little
enjoy.
softer, a little more open. Okay, he said.
Hey
Okay,
everyone.
I repeated.
Hi, we miss
Yeah,
you.
he said simply.
miss you too.
Okay,
How
thank
is
you for
everyone?
telling me.
Hey
And I
everyone,
don't
just
know
finished the
exactly
report.
what
The
happened
results
in
are
that
very
moment,
promising.
whether it was
I'll
6
share the
years of
details
carrying
shortly.
something
Let's discuss the
alone,
next
or the
steps.
relief of finally saying the
Oh,
truest
that's
thing about
hilarious.
myself out
I know,
loud,
right? Look at
or the
that.
fact that he had
How
said
did he
okay
even do
like
that?
it was
No
the
idea, but
simplest,
it's
most
genius.
natural thing in the world,
This is
but my
nice.
eyes filled up
Yeah,
with
it
tears
really
before I
is.
could stop them.
I'm
I
glad we
blinked
could do
hard.
this.
I
Me
pressed
too.
my fingers against my eyes.
Whoa,
Sorry,
that
I
was
said, embarrassed.
awesome. I know, right?
Don't
So good.
apologize, he said firmly. And then he reached over and put his hand on my shoulder, just rested it there, warm and solid and real, and that one small gesture broke something open in me that had been sealed shut for years. I cried not dramatically,
Coffee's
not
ready.
loudly, just
Thanks.
quietly. The way you cry when something that has been hurting you for a very long time finally begins to ease. And Daniel sat beside me and did not say a single unnecessary word. He just stayed. Chapter 2, 6 Years of Everything Unsaid. The next morning, I woke up to a text from Daniel. It said, "Morning, you doing okay? Also, I left
been a
my
long
jacket
time
at
since
yours,
we sat like
but more
this.
importantly,
Too long.
you doing okay?"
It's good to be here.
I
Yeah.
read it twice, then I
Cheers
smiled
to a
in
great
spite of
night.
myself.
Cheers to
that was
that.
so completely him, the
This
casual
is
mention
perfect.
of a
It really
mundane
is.
thing immediately
You know, these
followed
quiet
by what
moments really
actually
help put
mattered.
things in
It
perspective.
was one of the thousand
Just like this
small
tea, it's all
details
about finding
him
the
that
right
I had
balance.
collected over 6 years without meaning to, like finding coins in your pocket that you did not remember putting there. I texted back, "I'm good, better than yesterday, come get your jacket whenever." He replied, "I'll come by after work, I'll bring food." I put my phone down and stared at the ceiling for a while. Something felt different in my chest,
Control
lighter somehow,
nose.
but also a little
Hey,
raw, the
give
way
that
your skin
back.
feels after you have peeled away
Okay, here
something
you
old.
go. You're
I
such
had
a
said the
dork.
words. I had told someone, and the world had not ended. Daniel had not looked at me differently. He had not pulled away. He had stayed, and then he had gone home when I told him I needed to sleep.
Smells
and now
amazing.
he was
How are the
asking if I
veggies
was
coming
okay
along?
and offering to bring
Almost
food.
done. These will be perfect.
It was almost too normal, almost too kind. And somewhere underneath the relief, underneath the lightness, I felt something else beginning
Smells
to shift,
amazing, right?
something that I
Yeah,
had been
it really
keeping
does.
even more carefully
Just wait,
guarded
almost
than my
ready.
secret.
Looks perfect.
Because the truth
Smells
was,
amazing.
the
How much
folder
longer?
on my phone
Just a
was
couple
not
more
the
minutes?
only thing I
Want
had
a
been
taste?
keeping
Yeah,
hidden.
looks perfect.
I need to go back. I need to tell you about the moment I realized that my feelings for Daniel were not just friendship.
Oh my
It was
god,
about 2
no.
years ago.
This
We were
can't be
21,
happening.
both in our final year
No,
of university,
please.
both exhausted and
Hey, how's
stressed
it
and
going?
surviving mostly on
Yeah,
coffee
pretty
and the
good, just
comfort of each
relaxing.
other's
Sounds
company.
nice.
It
It
is,
was a
we should catch up
Tuesday
soon.
night in November,
And
and
then the
Daniel
knight
had
said,
come over
the
to
real
my
treasure was the
apartment after a
journey.
Oh, that's
particularly
so
bad day.
cheesy, but
He
I
had
love
failed a
it.
presentation he had worked on for weeks. He had walked in looking defeated in a way I had never seen him look before,
I
that
think you
easy
need to see
confidence
this.
of his gone
Okay, what is
quiet,
it?
his shoulders
Just
low,
look at the
his
screen.
eyes
I
tired.
see.
I had made dinner, nothing special, just pasta, the simple kind, the kind I made when one of us needed comfort and I did not know what else to offer. We sat at my small kitchen table and ate without talking much, and then we moved to the sofa, and I put on something neither of us had to pay attention to, and Daniel stretched out and put his head back against the cushions and closed his eyes. I just needed this, he said quietly, just this, just being here. I looked at him, just for a moment,
Smells
just
amazing.
a quick, private
Almost ready.
glance at the line of his
your
profile
time.
against the low light of the lamp, the relaxed curve
This
of
is
his
nice,
mouth,
isn't it?
the way
Yeah,
the
it really
tension
is.
in his
How's the
face
coffee?
had slowly
It's perfect.
eased since
Eggs
he
are good
walked
too.
through my
Glad you
door.
like it.
And something happened in my chest that I could not explain away. It was not a dramatic feeling.
Great
It
day
was
for a
not
walk,
lightning.
isn't it?
It was
Yeah,
more
perfect
like
weather, so
recognition,
refreshing.
the slow,
We should do this
quiet
more
feeling
often,
of
definitely.
understanding something you have always known but never let yourself name. Like looking at a photograph and realizing for the first time what
Great
it is
spot,
really
right?
a picture of.
Yeah, perfect day for
I
it.
looked away
So,
quickly.
what's
I
new with
focused
you?
on the television
Not much, just
screen.
busy.
I told myself it
Wow,
was
this
nothing.
community looks really
But it was
active.
not nothing,
I'm joining
and
right
I knew
now.
it was not nothing.
This is going to be
And
great.
from that Tuesday evening
This
in
festival's
November
great, isn't it?
onwards, I carried
Yeah,
a
it's
second
perfect. Let's
secret,
check out
not
the
just
booths.
that I was
Good
gay,
idea.
but that
Lead the
I
way.
was in love with my best
Beautiful
friend.
day, isn't it?
The thing about
Yeah,
loving someone
perfect
you
for
see
a walk.
almost every day
The
is
fresh
that
air
you
is
become
great.
very skilled at managing it. You develop
Perfect
systems.
evening for a
You
walk,
learn your
isn't
own
it?
patterns.
Absolutely,
You know
the
which moments are
sunset is
dangerous,
beautiful.
the ones where he says something that makes you laugh so hard your whole body shakes, the ones where he looks at you in that particular way that makes you feel seen in a way nobody else ever quite manages. You learn
Thanks,
to
this
step
smells
back
wonderful.
from those moments
Of
just
course,
enough to keep
enjoy.
yourself safe. You become, over time, an expert in the art
Hey
of almost.
everyone.
Hi,
Almost
we
reaching
miss
for his
you.
hand when you
I
walk
miss you
somewhere
too.
together.
How's everyone?
Almost saying something
Hey everyone,
true
just
when the
finished the report. The
conversation
results
gets
are very
close to the
promising.
edge of
I'll
what
share
you
the details
feel.
shortly. Let's
Almost
discuss the next
asking
steps.
during the long late-night
Oh,
conversations
that's hilarious.
where everything
I know,
feels
right? Look at
possible,
that.
whether he
How
has
did he
ever
even do
wondered
that?
what
No
might
idea, but
exist
it's
between you
genius.
if the world were
This is
slightly different.
nice. Yeah, it
Almost,
really is.
always, almost, never
I'm
quite.
glad we could do this.
And it was
Me too.
manageable mostly. It was the kind of pain that exists
Whoa, that was
alongside
awesome.
happiness,
I
a
know,
background
right?
ache
So
that you
good.
get used to that becomes part of the rhythm of your life. I loved being his friend. I valued what we had with every part of myself. I was not willing to risk it for a feeling I was not even sure he could ever return because Daniel, as far as I knew, as far as I had ever seen, was straight. He had dated women,
Coffee's
not many
ready.
and never
Thanks.
for very long, but he had. He talked about them the way he talked about most things, honestly, openly, without drama. He had never said anything that gave me even the smallest reason to think that his feelings for me were anything other than deep, genuine friendship. And I had made my peace with that, or I thought I had. Then he found my photos, and I told him the truth. And now he was coming over after work to bring food,
been
and
a
I
long
was
time
lying in
since
my
we
bed
sat
at
like
8 in the
this.
morning
Too
trying
long.
to
It's
understand
good to be
why
here.
knowing that he knew
Yeah.
made the feeling in my chest
Cheers
both
to a great
easier
night.
and harder
Cheers to
at the same
that.
time. He arrived at
This is
7 that
perfect.
evening
It really
with 2
is.
containers of biryani
You know, these
from a
quiet
place
moments
3
really help
streets
put things
over
in
that we had been
perspective.
going to for years.
Just like this
The one
tea,
where
it's
the
all
owner
about
knew our
finding the
order
right
before we
balance.
said it. He came through the door with the same easy energy he always had, unwound his scarf, dropped his bag on the chair by the door exactly where he always dropped it, and handed me a container while still pulling off his coat. I got extra Rita, he said. You always finish mine. You always offer it, I said. That's not the point, he
Hit your
grinned,
nose.
that dimple I looked
Hey, give
away.
it back.
We
Okay,
sat at the
okay,
kitchen
here you
table
go.
and ate
You're
like we
such a
always
dork.
did. And for a while it was normal, or something close enough to normal that I could almost forget what had shifted. He told me about his day. I told him about the design project I had been
Smells
working
amazing.
on.
How are the
We
veggies
complained
coming
about
along?
traffic and argued briefly
Almost
about
done.
whether a
These will be
certain film
perfect.
sequel had been necessary. And he stole the last piece of naan directly from my plate without asking, which was such a deeply him thing to do that I almost laughed.
Smells
But then
amazing,
the
right?
food was finished
Yeah,
and
it
the
really does.
containers were cleared.
Just
and
wait,
we were
almost
sitting
ready.
with our
Looks
tea,
perfect.
and the easy conversation
Smells amazing.
slowed,
How much
and
longer?
the space between
Just a
us
couple more
filled up
minutes?
with something more
Want to taste?
careful.
Yeah, looks perfect.
Can I ask you something? Daniel said. Okay, I said. How long have you known about yourself, I mean? I
Oh my
wrapped
God,
both
no.
hands around my mug.
This can't be
Since
happening.
I was about 15,
No,
I
please.
said, but I only
Hey,
really
how's it
accepted
going?
it properly
Good,
when
you?
I was
Yeah,
about
pretty good. Just
21.
relaxing.
Sounds
He
nice.
nodded
It
slowly.
is. We should catch up
That's
soon.
a long time to carry
And then the
something
knight
alone.
said, the real treasure
It
was the
wasn't
journey.
always
Oh, that's
hard,
so
I
cheesy,
said. Some
but
of
I
it
love
was
it.
just
Right?
quiet, just something I knew about myself that I kept to myself. It only got harder when I stopped. He
I
waited,
think you
he
need
was
to see
very good at
this.
waiting.
Okay, what is it?
When it stopped being
Just
just
look at the
about me,
screen.
I
I
finished
see.
carefully. He looked at me steadily. What does that mean? I held his gaze for exactly 2 seconds. Then I looked down at my tea. Nothing, just that feelings get complicated when other people are involved. He did not push, he just said, yeah, they do. And we sat with that quietly until one of us changed the subject. But I noticed, and I stored it away the way I stored all the small things about him, that he was
Smells
looking at his
amazing.
mug very
Almost
carefully
ready.
when he said it.
Take your
Like he
time.
was thinking about something specific. Like the
This is
words
nice,
meant
isn't it?
something to
Yeah, it
him
really
that he
is.
was not
How's the
saying
coffee?
out
It's
loud.
perfect. Eggs are good too.
Chapter 3,
Glad you
The
like it.
Architecture of Almost. The weeks that followed the night of the photos were strange and golden and quietly electric.
Great
in a
day
way
for a
that I
walk,
could
isn't
not
it?
fully
Yeah,
explain.
perfect weather. So refreshing.
Something had shifted
We should do
between
this
us.
more often.
I could feel it in the
Definitely.
texture of our interactions.
Right!
Nothing dramatic, nothing that could be pointed to and named easily, but a new kind of attention that had not been there before.
Great
Daniel
spot,
asked me
right?
questions he had never
Yeah,
asked
perfect
before.
day for it.
He was curious about my
So,
life
what's
in a
new
new
with
way,
you?
not prying,
Not much, just busy.
uncomfortable, just genuinely interested
Wow,
in
this
the parts
community
of me
looks
that I had
really
kept hidden.
active.
He
I'm
asked
joining
how I felt
right
about
now.
certain things.
This is going to be great.
He remembered details
This
I
festival's
mentioned
great,
in
isn't it?
passing and
Yeah,
brought
it's
them up
perfect.
later.
Let's check out
He
the
was
booths.
present with
Good
me
idea.
in a
Lead the
way
way.
that felt different from how
Beautiful
he had
day, isn't
always
it?
been present,
Yeah,
more
perfect
deliberate,
for a walk.
somehow,
The fresh
as if
air
he
is
was
great.
paying attention to me for a specific
Perfect
and
evening for a
conscious
walk,
reason.
isn't it?
And I
Absolutely.
noticed
The
other
sunset is
things,
beautiful.
small things. The way he would sometimes go quiet in the middle of a sentence and look at me for a moment, just for a breath or two before continuing. The way he had started sitting closer
Thanks,
to me,
this
not
smells
dramatically,
wonderful.
not
Of
in a way that
course.
could be called
Enjoy.
anything, but close enough that our arms would sometimes touch when we sat side by side on the
Hey,
sofa.
everyone.
The way he lingered
Hi,
when he was
we
supposed
miss
to be
you.
leaving,
I miss
always
you
finding
too.
one
How
more
is
thing
everyone?
to say, one more reason
Hey
to
everyone,
stay.
just finished the report. The
I
results
told
are very
myself
promising.
I was
I'll share the
imagining
details
it.
shortly.
I had
Let's
been
discuss the
telling
next
myself
steps.
that for 2 years, and I
Oh,
was
that's
very
hilarious.
practiced at it.
I know, right? Look at
But there
that.
was one
How did he
evening,
even
about
do that?
3
No
weeks
idea, but
after the
it's
photos,
genius.
where something
This is
happened that I
nice.
found
Yeah,
very
it
difficult
really
to
is.
explain away.
I'm glad we could do this.
We were at his apartment
Me
this
too.
time, which was warmer and slightly messier than
Whoa,
mine.
that was
Full of plants,
awesome.
he was
I
very
know, right?
dedicated to
So
keeping
good.
alive and books in 3 languages stacked in impractical but aesthetically pleasing piles. He had been trying to fix a shelf that kept coming loose from the wall and had failed twice already, and I had come over because he texted asking if I knew anything about wall anchors, which I did not, but I came anyway. We ended
Coffee's
up
ready.
watching a tutorial
Thanks.
on his laptop, which led to us discovering that the entire wall section was the problem and not just the shelf, which led to deciding the shelf would live on the floor for now, which led to rearranging his bookshelf on the floor in a way that actually looked better, which led to the evening slipping by us completely while we sat on the floor surrounded by books. At some point, the light outside had gone dark. His lamp was on, casting the room in a
It's been a
warm
long
amber
time
glow.
since we sat
His
like
playlist
this.
was on
Too
low,
long.
something
It's
slow
good to
and
be here.
acoustic, the kind of
Yeah.
music that fills a quiet room
Cheers to a
without
great
demanding
night.
attention.
Cheers to that.
We were both sitting on the floor with our
This
backs
is
against the
perfect.
sofa,
It really
a little
is.
tired, a little
You know, these
comfortable,
quiet moments
looking at
really
the
help put
arrangement
things
of
in
books we had
perspective.
created.
Just like this
I
tea,
think
it's
I
all
like it
about
better
finding
like
the right
this, he
balance.
said. The shelf on the floor, I said. Yeah, he turned his head to look at me. Sometimes things end up better when they fall apart a little. I looked back at him. We were close, floor sitting close, shoulder to shoulder, without quite touching. The lamp light caught the angle of his face and made his eyes look very dark. He was
But Joe
not
knows.
smiling. He
Hey,
was just
give it
looking at
back.
me in that new way
Okay,
he had been
okay,
looking
here
at
you go.
me, the
You're such a
careful,
dork.
deliberate, thoughtful way. Daniel, I said quietly. I was not sure what I meant to say after his name. I had not planned anything.
Smells amazing.
The
How are the
word just
veggies coming
came out,
along?
carrying more
Almost
weight
done.
than
These will be
names
perfect.
usually do. Yeah, he said, just as quietly. We looked at each other for a moment that stretched beyond its natural length.
Smells
longer
amazing,
than
right?
it needed to be.
Yeah, it really
longer than
does.
friendship usually
Just wait,
allows
almost ready.
without one
Looks
person
perfect.
looking away.
Smells
Neither of us
amazing.
looked
How much
away.
longer?
I could
Just a
feel
couple
my
more
own
minutes?
heartbeat in a
Wanna
very
taste?
particular
Yeah,
and
looks perfect.
inconvenient location. Then his phone rang. The sound broke the moment clean in half. He blinked. He reached for
Oh
his
my
phone.
God, no.
He looked at the screen and
This
something
can't be
in his
happening.
expression settled back
No,
into normal.
please.
My brother, he
Hey,
said,
how's it
and
going?
answered it.
Good, you?
Yeah,
I
pretty
breathed
good. Just
out
relaxing.
slowly. I
Sounds
looked at the
nice.
books
It
on the
is. We should
floor.
catch up soon.
I told myself once
And then the
more
night
that I
said,
was
the
imagining
real treasure
things.
was the journey.
Oh, that's
But
so
my hands were
cheesy,
shaking
but I love
slightly
it.
when I reached
Right?
for my cup of tea. The jealousy came suddenly and without any warning, the way the worst feelings always do.
I think you need to see this.
It was a Saturday
Okay, what is
afternoon
it?
about a month after the photos.
Just look at the screen.
Daniel and I were
see.
supposed to meet for coffee at our usual place, the small cafe on the corner of the street where the owner played jazz on weekend afternoons, and the chairs were mismatched but always comfortable. I arrived first and was sitting at our regular table by the window when I saw Daniel come through the door. He was not alone. He was with a man I had never seen before. They were laughing about something Daniel throwing his head back in that particular way he did when something genuinely amused him. The other man leaning slightly toward him with the
Smells
easy
amazing.
physicality of someone
Almost ready.
very comfortable in his own skin.
Take your time.
The other man was tall, good-looking. He had an easy
This
smile.
is nice, isn't
He
it?
put his hand
Yeah,
on
it really
Daniel's
is.
shoulder
How's the
as they
coffee?
came through the
It's
door and
perfect.
said something
Eggs are
that
good
made
too.
Daniel
Glad you
laugh
like it.
again. Something cold moved through me. They spotted me at the table and came over. Daniel was smiling.
Great day for a walk, isn't it? Yeah, perfect weather, so refreshing. We should do this more often. Definitely.
Zane, hey, this is Marcus. We went to university together. He's just back in the city. Marcus, this is
Great
Zane,
spot,
my
right?
best friend.
Yeah, perfect day for
Marcus
it.
extended
So,
his hand.
what's new with
He had
you?
a firm
Not much, just
handshake
busy.
and a genuinely warm
Wow, this
smile.
community looks
Daniel's
really
told me
active.
about you,
I'm
he
joining
said.
right now. This
Good
is going to be
things,
great.
I hope, I said, which
This
was what you
festival
were
is great,
supposed
isn't
to
it?
say, and
Yeah,
I
it's
said it
perfect.
with a
Let's
perfectly
check out the
pleasant
booths.
expression
Good
on
idea.
my
Lead the way.
face. All good
Beautiful
things,
day, isn't
Marcus
it?
confirmed.
Yeah,
And then he
perfect
and
for a
Daniel
walk.
fell into easy
fresh air is
conversation
great.
about people they both knew, catching up in
Perfect
the way
evening
old
for a
university
walk, isn't
friends
it?
do. And I sat
Absolutely,
across
the
from them
sunset
and
is
drank
beautiful.
my coffee and participated appropriately in the conversation and managed the cold, tight, completely irrational feeling in my chest with what I privately considered to be an impressive
Thanks,
level
this smells
of
wonderful.
composure.
Of course.
Marcus
Enjoy.
stayed for about an hour. When he left, there were loose plans made
Hey,
for a
everyone.
group dinner the following
Hi,
weekend.
we miss
Mutual
you.
friends,
I miss you
nothing
too.
significant.
How is everyone?
He waved warmly.
Hey
and
everyone,
walked
just
out the
finished the
door,
report.
and
The
then it
results
was
are very
just me and
promising.
Daniel
I'll share the
again at
details
window
shortly.
table
Let's
with
discuss the next
jazz
steps.
playing low and the afternoon
Oh,
light
that's
stretching
hilarious.
across the
I
floor.
know, right? Look at that.
He seems
How did
nice,
he even do
I
that?
said,
No idea, but
because I
it's
was a good
genius.
person and Marcus
This is
had
nice.
genuinely done nothing
Yeah,
wrong.
it really is.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
glad
great,
we could do
Daniel
this.
said,
Me
picking
too.
up his coffee. We lost touch for a
Whoa,
while,
that
but
was
it's easy when you
awesome.
see
I know,
people
right?
again,
So
isn't
good.
it? Just picks up. Yeah, I said. Daniel looked at me over the rim of his cup. You okay? Of course, I said. Why wouldn't I be? He held my gaze for just a second too long. No reason, he said. You just seem a little
Coffee's
quiet.
ready. Thanks.
I'm always quiet, I said, which was not entirely true. You're usually quiet in a different way, he said, and his voice was careful in the particular way it got when he was noticing something. I'm fine, Daniel. He nodded. He did not look entirely convinced, but he let it go. And I sat with my coffee and the jazz and the afternoon sun and the thing I could
It's been
not
a long
name.
time since
And I
we
thought
sat like
about how
this.
being in
Too
love
long.
with your best
It's good to be
friend
here.
is the most inconvenient feeling in the entire
Cheers to a
world.
great night. Cheers to
Chapter
that.
4, when he started pulling away.
This is perfect.
The distance
it really
came
is.
slowly.
You know, these
It
quiet
started
moments
about
really
2
help put
weeks
things in
after the coffee
perspective.
shop.
Just
Daniel
like this
became a
tea,
little
it's all
harder
about
to
finding the
reach,
right
not
balance.
entirely, not dramatically, but the easy, constant rhythm of our communication changed slightly. His replies came a little later. He was busy, he said, and that was certainly possible. He had a demanding job and a full life, and I had no claim on his time. But I could feel it, the way you feel a change in the weather before it happens. Something in the
Control
atmosphere
knows.
between us
Hey,
had
give it
shifted
back.
again, but this time
here
in the
you go.
wrong
You're such a
direction.
dork.
He canceled our Friday evening once. Work, he said, that was fine. It happened. The second time he had plans, the
Smells
group
amazing.
dinner
How are
that
the veggies
Marcus
coming
had
along?
organized, which
Almost
I had
done.
not
These
been
will be perfect.
specifically invited to, which was also fine, perfectly fine, absolutely fine. The third Friday, he was available, and we spent the evening
Smells
together.
amazing,
Something
right?
was quieter between
Yeah,
us
it
than
really
usual.
does.
He was present
Just
in
wait,
the
almost
distracted
ready.
way of someone
Looks
whose mind
perfect.
is half somewhere else. He
Smells
smiled
amazing.
at the right
How much
times.
longer?
He laughed
Just
when
a couple
something
more
was
minutes?
funny. He was
Wanna
still
taste?
Daniel in
Yeah,
all the
looks
external
perfect.
ways, but the new particular attention he had been paying to me, that careful, deliberate quality I had noticed and stored away in the weeks after the photos, seemed to have gone quiet.
Oh my god,
I
no.
told myself it was
This
nothing.
can't be happening.
I was projecting.
No,
I was
please.
reading too much into things
Hey,
because
how's
I
it
was
going?
a person who had spent 6
Yeah, pretty good,
years
just
reading
relaxing.
too much into
Sounds
everything
nice.
connected
It is, we
to
should catch up
Daniel,
soon.
and this was just more
And then the
of the
night said,
same.
the real treasure was
But
the
then
journey.
there was the
Oh,
night
that's so
of the
cheesy,
photograph
but I
comment.
love it.
We
Right?
were at my apartment. It was a quiet evening. Both of us tired, no movie on, just the low background noise of the city outside and the comfortable silence
think
that
you need
close
to see
friends can
this.
sit in without it feeling
Okay,
empty.
what is it?
Daniel was
Just
scrolling
look
through
at
his
the
phone,
screen.
and I was working
I
on a
see.
design I was not very inspired by. And at some point he looked up and said casually, "The way you say things when you have been thinking about them for a while and they finally find their way out. Can I ask you something personal?" "You've been asking me personal things for 6 years," I said without looking up. "This is different." I put my laptop aside. "Okay." He looked at his phone for a second, then set it down. "The photos," he said, "in that folder,
Smells amazing.
were they just
Almost
images
ready.
you saved?
Take your time.
Or were some of them, did they mean something more
This
specific?
is nice, isn't it?
Like were
Yeah, it
any
really
of them
is.
about
How's the
someone?"
coffee?
He stopped.
It's perfect.
He
Eggs
pressed
are good
his
too.
mouth together.
Glad you like it.
He tried again. "Was any of it about someone real?" The apartment felt very still. I looked at him carefully.
Great day for a
He was
walk, isn't
watching
it?
me with an
Yeah,
expression
perfect weather,
I could
so
not
refreshing.
read fully,
We should do this
something
more
between
often,
curiosity
definitely.
and something else,
Right!
something with more tension in it.
Yeah!
Why are you asking? I said.
Woo!
I just want to understand.
Great spot,
he
right?
said. You don't
Yeah,
have to answer.
perfect day for it.
I thought
So,
about the
what's new
right
with
way
you?
to respond.
Not much, just busy.
I thought about honesty.
Wow,
and what
this
it
community
costs
looks
and what it
really
protects.
active.
I thought
I'm
about
joining
6
right
years
now.
of almost.
This is going to be great.
Some of it was just
This
images
festival
that
is
helped
great,
me
isn't it?
feel less alone.
Yeah, it's
I
perfect.
said
Let's
carefully.
check out the booths.
And yes,
Good idea.
some
Lead
of
the
it
way.
was more specific than that.
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Someone you know,
Yeah,
he asked.
Perfect for a walk.
Daniel,
The fresh air is great.
you don't have to tell me, he said
Perfect
quickly.
evening for a
I
walk,
know,
isn't
I
it?
just... He
Absolutely,
stopped
the
again.
sunset is
he
beautiful.
ran his hand through his hair, that gesture he made when he was working through something difficult. Never mind, sorry, that was too much. It's fine, I
Thanks,
said.
this smells wonderful.
It's not
Of
fine,
course.
it was too
Enjoy.
personal, I shouldn't have. Daniel, I said his name in the
Hey,
way that
everyone.
made him stop
Hi,
talking. He
we
looked at
miss
me.
you.
Why does
I
it
miss
matter?
you too.
I
How is
asked.
everyone?
He held
Hey
my
everyone,
gaze
just finished
for
the
a
report.
long,
The results are
loaded
very
moment.
promising.
I don't
I'll share the
know,
details
he said
shortly. Let's
quietly.
discuss the next
I'm
steps.
trying to figure that out.
Oh, that's
And then
hilarious.
he looked
I know,
away,
right? Look at
and we
that.
did not talk
How
about
did
it
he even
again
do
that
that? No
evening.
idea, but it's
But I
genius.
sat with those words for
This
the
is
rest of the
nice.
night, turning
Yeah,
them
it
over
really
like
is.
something found in the
I'm
dark
glad
that
we
might
could
be
do this.
precious or
Me
might be
too.
nothing, impossible to tell without more
Whoa,
light.
that was awesome.
The
I
distance
know, right?
got worse
So
before
good.
it got better. 2 weeks of careful, slightly reduced contact. 2 weeks of me telling myself that I was not spiraling, that I was giving him space, that friends went through natural ebbs and flows, and this was simply one of them. 2 weeks of waking up in the morning and not reaching for my
Coffee's
phone
ready.
first thing, the way
Thanks.
I used to, because I was afraid of what I would or would not find there. The most difficult part was not the reduced contact itself. The most difficult part was the not knowing. When you care about someone as deeply as I cared about Daniel, uncertainty is its own particular kind of pain. I did not know if I had said something wrong. I did not know if finding the photos had changed something for him in a way he did not know how to talk about.
It's been a long time
I
since
did
we
not
sat
know
like
if
this.
the question
Too
he had
long.
asked
It's
about
good to be
whether the
here.
photos were
Yeah.
about someone real had led
Cheers
him
to a
somewhere
great
in his
night.
own thinking
Cheers to
that
that.
now made him need distance from me
This is perfect.
specifically.
It really is.
I did not
You
know
know,
if
these
he
quiet
knew.
moments really help put
That
things
was
in
the thing I
perspective.
kept circling
Just
back
like this
to
tea,
late
it's all
at
about
night,
finding the
lying
right
in the
balance.
dark with the city sounds outside my window. Did he know that the someone real was him? Had he guessed? Was that why the new particular attention had retreated, because he had figured it out and did not know how to handle it? Or had I simply built the entire architecture of meaning around small moments that were, in fact, not meaningful at
Put your
all?
nose.
I
Hey,
had
give it
2
back.
years of experience at that,
here you
building
go. You're such a
elaborate
dork.
structures out of nothing and then living inside them as if they were real. I was an expert. I could not trust my own conclusions.
Smells
So I
amazing.
waited.
How are the
I tried
veggies
not
coming
to think
along?
too hard. I
Almost
buried
done.
myself
These
in
will be
work.
perfect.
I went for long runs in the evenings, the kind where you push until your legs burn and your mind goes quiet. I called my mother, who asked about Daniel the way she always did. How is
Smells
Daniel?
amazing, right?
Have you eat? Is
Yeah,
Daniel
it really
eating?
does.
Because she had always
Just wait,
thought of
almost
him as
ready.
part of the
Looks
family in
perfect.
that instinctive way that mothers
Smells amazing.
sometimes
How much
do.
longer? Just a
He's
couple
good,
more
I
minutes?
said. We're both
Want
good.
to taste? Yeah, looks
You
perfect.
sound tired, she said. I'm fine, I said. She made a sound that meant she did not fully believe me but was going to leave it for
Oh my
now.
God, no.
Mothers know things.
This can't be happening.
Chapter 5, the night he
No,
showed up at my
please.
door. It was
Hey,
a
how's it
Thursday
going?
past 10 in the evening.
Yeah, pretty
I
good.
was
Just
not
relaxing.
expecting anyone.
It is. We
The
should
knock
catch
at
up
my
soon.
door was firm but not
And then the
urgent.
night said,
I
the
opened
real
it.
treasure was the journey.
Daniel
Oh,
was
that's so
standing in the
cheesy,
hallway.
but I
He
love
had come
it.
straight from
Right?
somewhere. He was still in his work clothes, jacket slightly rumpled, his tie loosened. He looked like someone who had made a
think you need to see
decision and then
this.
driven or
Okay, what
walked
is it?
directly from the decision
look
to
at the
here
screen.
without
I
stopping to
see.
think about it too much. Can I come in? He said. Of course, I said and stepped back. He came inside. He did not take off his jacket. He stood in the middle of my living room with his hands in his pockets and his jaw set in the way it got when he was working up to saying something difficult. I closed the door. I turned to face him. I waited. I owe you an apology, he said. For what? For the past few weeks,
Smells
for pulling
amazing.
back and not
Almost ready.
explaining why. That was
Take your
unfair
time.
to you. He met my eyes. I have been
This is
going
nice,
through
isn't it?
something, and
Yeah, it
instead
really
of
is.
talking to you
How's the
about
coffee?
it, which is what
It's
I should have
perfect.
done,
Eggs are
which
good
is
too.
literally
Glad
what
you like it.
do for me when I'm going through something, I just went quiet, and I'm sorry. I crossed my arms loosely over my
Great day
chest,
for a walk,
not
isn't it?
defensively,
Yeah,
just
perfect
something
weather,
to
so
do with my
refreshing.
hands.
We should do
What
this
have you
more
been
often,
going through?
definitely.
I asked.
Right!
He took a breath. When you came out to me, he said slowly, something happened that I was not expecting, and it took me a while to understand
Great spot,
what it
right?
was. He
Yeah,
paused. He
perfect
looked at
day
the floor
for it.
for a second, then
So,
back at me.
what's new
When
with
you
you?
said what you said
Not
about
much,
some
just
of the
busy.
photos being about someone real,
Wow,
I
this
had a
community
reaction,
looks
and the
really
reaction scared
active.
me. And
I'm
instead of
joining
sitting
right
with it
now.
properly, I just
This
didn't
is going to be
stop.
great.
I ran a little in my own
This
way.
festival is great, isn't it?
My heart was
Yeah, it's
doing
perfect.
something
Let's
it had
check
no
out the booths.
business doing
Good
at
idea.
this
Lead the
moment.
way.
I kept my face very
Beautiful
still.
day, isn't it?
What kind of
Yeah,
reaction?
perfect for
I
a walk.
asked carefully.
The fresh air is great.
He looked at me for a long moment.
Perfect
The
evening
lamp
for a
was
walk,
on.
isn't it?
The city was
Absolutely.
quiet
The sunset is
outside.
beautiful.
The space between us felt thin, like something that could be crossed very easily in one direction and could not be uncrossed at all. I need to ask you
Thanks.
something,
This smells
he
wonderful.
said.
Of course.
Okay.
Enjoy.
And I need you to be honest with me, even if it's complicated.
Hey everyone.
Can you do that?
Hi, we miss
You
you.
know I can, I said.
I miss you too. How
Was
is
someone
everyone?
real, he said.
Hey
In the
everyone, just
photos,
finished the report.
feelings
The
that
results
were
are very
more
promising.
specific.
I'll share
He
the
held
details
my
shortly.
gaze.
Let's
Is it
discuss the
me,
next steps.
Zane? The question
Oh, that's
was
hilarious.
quiet.
I
No
know, right?
drama,
Look at
no
that.
performance.
How did
just
he even
Daniel
do that?
asking
No
me
idea, but
something
it's
true
genius.
and waiting for a true
This is
answer.
nice. Yeah,
I could have
it
said
really
no.
is.
I had a whole
I'm glad
architecture
we
of
could do
deflection
this.
ready.
Me
I
too.
had spent 6 years building it. But he was standing
Whoa,
in my
that
living
was
room at 10
awesome.
o'clock on
I know,
a
right?
Thursday
So
night, having
good.
driven or walked here from wherever the decision had come to him, and he was looking at me with something in his eyes that I was not letting myself name yet, and I was suddenly, bone-tiredly done with almost. Yes, I said, it's you. It has been for 2 years, and I'm sorry if that
Coffee's
makes
ready.
things difficult,
Thanks.
and I understand if you need. Zane, he said. Space or time, or if this changes. Zane, he said again, firmer this time. I stopped. He crossed the room, not quickly, not dramatically, just steadily, the way he did everything important. He stopped in front of me, close, the kind of close that meant something specific and could not be accidentally arrived
It's been a
at.
long time since we
I
sat
have been
like this.
trying, he
Too
said
long.
quietly,
It's
to
good to be
understand
here.
something about myself for the past several weeks.
Cheers to a great
and I have
night.
not fully
Cheers
figured
to
it all
that.
out yet. But what I do know, what
This
I
is
am certain
perfect.
about
It
is
really
that the
is.
reaction I had
You know,
when
these
you
quiet
told me
moments
it was
really
not
help put things in
surprise, It was
perspective.
not discomfort.
Just like
He
this tea,
paused.
it's all
His
about
voice
finding
was
the right
very
balance.
steady. It was recognition. I looked up at him. What does that mean? It means, he said slowly, that somewhere underneath all the things I have never let myself look at too carefully, I think I have been feeling something for a very long time. Something that I told myself was just friendship because that was the only word I had permission to use. His eyes stayed on mine. I don't know
But Joel
exactly
knows.
what I am or
Hey,
what
give
that
it
means for me.
back.
I don't have a neat
Okay,
answer
here
for
you go.
myself
You're
yet.
such a dork.
But I know that when you said those words, when you said the someone was real, the only thing I felt was hope. And then I panicked at the hope and ran
Smells
from it.
amazing.
And
How are the
that was
veggies coming
wrong.
along?
My
Almost done.
chest
These will
was
be
very
perfect.
full of something I could not contain neatly. You don't have to have everything figured out, I said. My voice was lower than I planned.
Smells amazing, right?
I know, he
Yeah,
said,
it really
but I
does.
wanted to come here
Just
and
wait,
tell
almost
you the
ready.
truth,
Looks
whatever it
perfect.
is, even the parts
Smells
I'm still
amazing.
understanding.
How much longer?
He looked
Just a
at
couple
me
more
with
minutes?
those steady dark
Want a taste?
eyes.
Yeah,
You
looks
spent
perfect.
6 years carrying something true and alone. I didn't want to do the same thing. Daniel, I'm not asking you
Oh
for
my
anything,
God, no.
he said quietly.
This can't be happening.
I'm just here being honest the
please.
way you were with me.
Hey, how's it
I
going?
looked at him for a long moment.
Yeah, pretty good. Just
I
relaxing.
felt the whole weight
Sounds
of
nice.
6 years
is. We should
sitting
catch up
inside
soon.
my chest. 6
And then the night
years
said,
of almost
the real
of
treasure was
careful
the journey.
distance,
Oh,
of
that's so
managing and
cheesy,
containing
but I
and
love it.
holding back.
Right?
And I felt something shift slowly. Like a door that has been stuck for a very long time, finally
I think you
finding
need to
the
see
right
this.
amount of pressure.
Okay, what is it?
Thank you,
Just
I
look at the
said,
screen.
and then,
I
because I
see.
had been carrying it long enough, I love you, not just as a friend, I love you in a way that has made everything else feel smaller by comparison. And I know you're figuring things out, and I'm not asking for anything either. I just wanted you to know what was true. He was very close, he did not move back. I know, he said softly, I think I've known for longer than I admitted to myself. The city outside was very quiet. The lamp was warm.
Smells
we were
amazing.
close enough that I
Almost
could
ready.
see the exact way he
Take
was
your time.
breathing, a little carefully, a little deeply.
This
the
is
way
nice,
you
isn't it?
breathe when you
Yeah,
are
it really
standing
is.
at the
How's the
edge of
coffee?
something and
It's perfect.
deciding whether
Eggs are
to
good
step
too.
forward.
Glad you like it.
Can I ask you something? I said. Anything, he said. What did you do with the recognition when
Great
you felt
day for
it
a walk,
before
isn't
you
it?
panicked?
Yeah, perfect weather.
He
So
was
refreshing.
quiet for just a
We should do
second,
this more
then
often.
very softly,
Definitely.
I sat with it for a while, and it felt right, in a way things usually don't feel when I'm afraid of them.
Great spot, right?
I nodded
Yeah,
slowly.
perfect day for it.
And now I
So,
asked.
what's new with you?
He looked
Not
at
much,
me.
just busy.
The question landed between
Wow,
us
this
like
community
the
looks
quietest
really
thing in the
active.
world and
I'm
the
joining
loudest
right
at the
now.
same time.
This is going to be great.
Now he said, I'm standing
This
here.
festival is great, isn't it?
Chapter 6,
Yeah,
the
it's
night of
perfect.
truth.
Let's check out the
We
booths.
sat together
idea.
on the
Lead the
sofa
way.
for a long time that
Beautiful
night,
day,
not
isn't
in
it?
any dramatic
Yeah,
or
perfect
sweeping
for a
way.
walk.
but in the
The fresh air is
slow,
great.
careful way of two people who have said
Perfect
true
evening
things
for a
and
walk,
now
isn't
need
it?
to exist alongside
Absolutely, the
truth
sunset
for
is
a
beautiful.
while before doing anything else with it. He had finally taken off his jacket. His tie was still loosened. He had his elbows on his knees and a
Thanks, this
cup of
smells
water
wonderful.
in his hands
Of course,
that I had brought
enjoy.
him because it had seemed like the right thing to offer, and I was curled
Hey
into the corner
everyone.
of the sofa with my
Hi, we
legs
miss
folded
you.
under me,
I
and
miss
we
you
talked
too.
for
How is
hours.
everyone?
We talked
Hey
about
everyone, just finished the
everything we had
report. The
never
results are
fully
very
talked
promising.
about before.
I'll share the details shortly.
I told
Let's
him
discuss
about
the next
15,
steps.
about the quiet, persistent
Oh,
knowing that
that's
had arrived that
hilarious.
year and
I
never
know,
left.
right? Look at
I
that.
told him about the
How
years
did he
of
even
pressing
do
it
that?
down,
No idea,
about
but
the
it's
moment at
genius.
21 when I finally
This is
stopped arguing with
nice.
myself and
Yeah,
accepted
it
the
really
truth,
is.
about the folder on
I'm
my
glad
phone
we
and
could
what it
do
meant to me
this.
not as
Me
something
too.
shameful, but as a private archive of the person I was
Whoa,
becoming,
that was
about the
awesome. I
loneliness
know,
that had
right? So
sometimes come
good.
with carrying it alone, about the particular loneliness of being in love with your best friend and knowing you cannot say so. He listened to all of it. He asked questions, careful, genuine questions, the kind that came from real curiosity and real
Coffee's
care.
ready.
And then
Thanks.
he talked. He told me that he had never, until the past several weeks, allowed himself to really examine certain feelings. That he had always assumed he understood himself completely, and discovering that there might be something he had not looked at closely enough had been disorienting in a way that was both frightening and, underneath the fright, quietly freeing. He told me that the disorientation was
It's
not
been a
about
long
me
time since we
specifically.
sat like this.
It was about
Too long.
himself,
It's
about
good
the
to be
work of
here.
understanding
Yeah.
who he was, which he had thought
Cheers
was
to a great
finished
night.
and was
Cheers
apparently
to
not.
that.
I think a lot of
This is
people
perfect.
assume
It
they
really
know
is.
themselves completely.
You know, these quiet
I
moments
said,
really help put
and
things
then
in
something
perspective.
happens and they
Just like this
realize
tea,
there was
it's
a
all about
whole
finding the
room
right
they
balance.
never went into. Yeah, he said, exactly like that. He looked at me. Were you scared when you first accepted it about yourself? Terrified, I said honestly. And then slowly less, and then mostly it just felt like relief. He nodded, he looked thoughtful. Can I tell you what scared me most?
Put your
He
nose.
said.
Hey, give
Please,
it
I
back.
said.
Okay,
Not the
okay,
feeling
here you go.
itself,
You're
he
such a
said.
dork.
The feeling when I let myself look at it wasn't actually frightening. What was frightening was thinking that I might feel this for you and you would never know, and we would just go on being best friends forever with
Smells
this thing
amazing.
I could
How
not
are the
name
veggies
sitting
coming
under
along?
everything. He
Almost
paused,
done. These
and
will
then
be
you told me the
perfect.
truth, and I realized you had been doing exactly that for 2 years, carrying it, and I thought. He stopped. What? I asked softly. I
Smells
thought
amazing,
if you
right?
were brave enough
Yeah,
to
it
carry
really
it this
does.
whole time,
Just
the
wait,
least
almost
I could
ready.
do was be
Looks
brave
perfect.
enough to admit what I was
Smells
feeling.
amazing. How much longer?
The room was very
Just a couple more
quiet for a
minutes?
moment.
Want to taste?
You
Yeah,
are the
looks
best
perfect.
person I know, I told him, and I meant every word of it. He smiled, not the wide, performative smile he used in groups,
Oh my
but
God,
the small,
no.
real one that
This
only
can't be
appeared when
happening.
something genuinely reached
No,
him.
please.
You're biased.
Hey, how's it going?
Completely, I
Good,
agreed.
you?
Still
Yeah, pretty
true.
good. Just relaxing.
He
Sounds
laughed, a
nice.
real,
It is. We should catch
soft
up soon.
laugh, and the
And
tension
then
in
the
the
night
room
said, the
eased
real treasure
slightly,
was
like
the
a
journey.
thread
Oh,
that had been
that's so
pulled taut
cheesy,
for a
but I
long
love
time,
it.
finally
Right?
being allowed to relax. We did not rush anything. I want to be clear about that because I think stories often skip over the important part.
I think you
the
need to
part where
see
two
this.
people have said true
Okay,
things
what
and then
is
have
it?
to figure out what those true
Just look
things
at the
mean and what
screen.
comes next.
I see.
That part is not less romantic than a sweeping declaration. In some ways it is more so because it requires the harder kind of courage, not the courage of the moment, but the quieter courage of the morning after the moment and the day after that. Daniel stayed until 2 in the morning. We talked and then we were quiet and then we talked again. At some point at around midnight he said, I want to figure this out, whatever it is for me. I want to figure it out properly and honestly because I think I owe that to myself, and I want to do it with
Smells
you
amazing.
knowing where things stand.
Almost ready.
You don't
Take
have
your
to
time.
figure yourself out on any timeline, I said.
This is nice, isn't it?
I know,
Yeah, it
he
really
said,
is. How's
but
the
I
coffee?
want to
It's
because
perfect. Eggs are
he
good
looked
too.
at me
Glad you like
carefully.
it.
Because I think what's at the end of the figuring out matters. I think you matter. I want to arrive at clarity, not just sit in comfortable
Great day for a
uncertainty
walk, isn't it?
indefinitely.
Yeah, perfect weather.
I
So
looked at him
refreshing.
for a long
We should do
moment.
this more often.
6 years
Definitely.
of almost, 2 years of love I could not say. One folder of small, private pictures. One Thursday night knock on
Great
the door.
spot, right?
And now this
Yeah,
him here
perfect day
choosing
for it.
honesty in
So,
real time.
what's new with you? Not much,
Okay,
just
I
busy.
said softly.
Wow, this
Okay,
community
he
looks
said.
really active.
He left at
I'm
2.
joining right
At
now.
the door before
This is
he
gonna be
went,
great.
He turned back and looked at me
This
with that
festival's great,
careful,
isn't it?
deliberate attention.
Yeah, it's perfect. Let's check out the
Thank you
booths.
for trusting
Good
me,
idea.
he
Lead the
said.
way.
Even back then with
Beautiful
the
day,
photos,
isn't it?
even though you didn't plan
Yeah,
to.
perfect
Thank
for a
you.
walk. The
Thank
fresh
you for
air is
staying,
great.
I said. He looked at me
Perfect
for one
evening
more
for a
long
walk,
moment,
isn't it?
and then he reached out
Absolutely.
and
The sunset is
gently
beautiful.
touched my jaw, just the tips of his fingers against the side of my face, just for a second, just a small, tender thing. And then he said goodnight and walked down the hallway,
Thanks, this
and I
smells
closed
wonderful.
the door and
Of
stood
course,
against it for a
enjoy.
while with my heart saying things that had no words. Chapter
Hey
7, Learning
everyone.
Each Other New.
Hi, we
The weeks
miss
that
you.
followed
I
were
miss
kind
you
of
too.
becoming.
How is everyone?
That is the only
Hey
word
everyone,
I
just
have
finished
for
the
it.
report. The results are very
Becoming,
promising.
the slow,
I'll share the details
deliberate,
shortly.
daily
Let's discuss the next
process of two
steps.
people who have known each
Oh,
other
that's
for years
hilarious.
learning that
I know,
there is
right?
an
Look at that.
entirely new
How did
dimension
he
to
even do
explore
that? No
and
idea, but
choosing
it's genius.
carefully to explore it.
This is nice.
Daniel
Yeah,
was true
it
to what
really
he had
is.
said. He gave
I'm
himself
glad
time
we
and
could do
permission to
this.
examine what he
Me
felt
too.
and who he was without rushing toward any conclusion
Whoa, that
not
was
real.
awesome.
He talked
I know,
more than we had
right?
ever
So
talked
good.
before, more deeply, with the particular vulnerability that comes when you have already said the most honest things and the stakes of pretending have disappeared. He came back to me with things he had thought about during the week, things he had realized, questions he had sat with. He was doing the work of genuine self-understanding,
Coffee's ready.
and he was doing
Thanks.
it with the same methodical seriousness he brought to everything that mattered to him. And I waited, not passively. I was present, I was engaged, I contributed to every conversation. But I gave him space to arrive at his own conclusions because those conclusions needed to be his. They needed to be real, not performed. They needed to be built on his own truth and not on what he thought I wanted.
It's been a long time since
In the
we sat
meantime,
like this.
what we had
Too
shifted
long.
in smaller ways.
It's good to be here.
He
Yeah.
held my gaze longer without
Cheers to a
looking
great
away
night.
first.
Cheers
He
to
sat
that.
closer. He found more
This is
reasons to
perfect.
touch
It really
me,
is.
small, natural,
You know, these quiet moments
incidental
really help
touches
put things
that
in perspective.
accumulated into something that
Just
had
like
a
this tea,
clear
it's
and
all about
specific
finding the
meaning,
right balance.
even if we had not fully named it yet. Once on a rainy Sunday afternoon, we fell asleep side by side on my sofa, not dramatically, not on purpose, just slowly tipping into sleep the way tired people do. And I woke up first. And I lay there very still listening to the rain and looking at the ceiling and feeling something in my chest that was so large and
Joe
warm it
knows.
almost felt
Hey,
dangerous.
give it back.
He woke up a few
here you
minutes
go.
later.
You're such a
He
dork.
turned his head and looked at me. Outside, the rain came down in long silver lines. Hey, he said. Hey, I said.
Smells amazing. How are the
Neither of us
veggies coming
moved for a
along?
long time.
Almost done. These will
This
be
is
perfect.
nice, he said finally. Very quietly. Yeah, I said, it is. And that was all, but it was enough. The
Smells amazing,
conversation
right?
happened on a Saturday
Yeah, it really
evening
does.
in early spring.
Just wait.
The
Almost
windows
ready.
were open
Looks
for the
perfect.
first time since winter.
Smells
A light
amazing.
breeze
How much longer?
moved through the
Just a
apartment.
couple more minutes?
We were cooking dinner
Want a taste?
together,
Yeah,
something
looks
we had
perfect.
started doing more frequently, discovering that cooking together was a different kind of intimacy than sitting together, requiring a particular kind of easy
Oh my god,
coordination.
no.
He
This
was
can't be
chopping
happening.
vegetables. I was watching
No,
a pot on
please.
the stove. The music
Hey, how's it
playing was
going?
something slow and
Yeah,
warm.
pretty good. Just
the
relaxing.
evening light was
Sounds nice.
golden
It
through
is.
the
We should catch
open
up soon.
window.
And then
I've
the
been
knight said,
thinking,
the
he
real
said,
treasure was the
without
journey.
looking up
Oh,
from the
that's
cutting
so
board.
cheesy, but I love
You think
it.
a lot, I
Right?
observed. I know, it's a problem. A brief smile, then more seriously, I've been thinking about what I
I think you
feel,
need to see
and I think
this.
I've been clear
Okay,
with
what is
myself
it?
enough to be clear
Just
with
look
you.
at the screen.
I
I
turned
see.
slightly. He was still looking at the cutting board, hands moving carefully. I don't have perfect language for everything, he said. I think that's okay. I've learned from watching you that you don't need perfect language to know something true about yourself. But what I know, what I am certain of, is that I love you, not just as a friend, in a way that is different and more and specific to you, in a way that I realize looking back has probably been true for longer than I recognized. He finally looked up at me. His eyes were steady. And I know that whatever
Smells
word
amazing.
applies to me,
Almost
I know
ready.
that it includes this.
Take your
It
time.
includes you. It includes wanting to be here
This
in
is
whatever
nice,
way
isn't
you
it?
want me here.
Yeah, it really is. How's the coffee?
Pot behind
It's
me was
perfect.
bubbling.
Eggs are good
The
too.
breeze
Glad you like
moved
it.
through the window. The evening light was golden. Daniel, I said, my voice was not quite steady. I know
Great
it's
day for a
taken me
walk, isn't
time,
it?
he said.
Yeah,
I
perfect
know
weather,
you
so
have been
refreshing.
patient, and
We
I'm
should
not
do this more
asking you
often.
to do
Definitely.
anything you don't want to do.
Right!
He put the knife down. He turned to face me fully. I'm being honest, the way you were.
Great
because
spot,
you
right?
deserve that.
Yeah, perfect day
I looked
for
at
it.
him across the small
So,
kitchen.
what's new with
This
you?
man who had
Not
been
much,
beside
just
me for
busy.
6 years, who had
Wow,
sat
this
with me in the
community
dark,
looks
who had
really
driven
active.
hours when I
I'm
needed
joining
him,
right
who had
now.
held my phone and
This is
found
gonna
my
be
secret
great.
and responded with such effortless
This festival's
instinctive
great, isn't it?
kindness that it had broken
Yeah, it's
something
perfect.
open in
Let's
me.
check
Who
out the
had come
booths.
to my door on
Good
a
idea.
Thursday
Lead the
night
way.
and told me the truest thing he
Beautiful
knew,
day,
even
isn't it?
while he was still figuring it out.
Perfect for a walk.
Who was standing
fresh
in
air
my
is great.
kitchen right now with onion on his hands,
Perfect
and his
evening for a
heart
walk, isn't it?
entirely open.
Absolutely. The
I
sunset
walked
is
the
beautiful.
3 steps across the kitchen. I stood in front of him. I looked at him. I love you, I said. I have loved you for 2 years, and I will love you for
Thanks,
however
this smells
long comes
wonderful.
after this.
Of course.
And I am
Enjoy.
so glad you're here. He reached up and put his hand against
Hey,
the side of
everyone.
my face.
Hi,
The same
we miss
gesture,
you.
gentle
I
and
miss you
warm
too.
and
How is
intentional.
everyone?
And this time,
Hey
I
everyone,
leaned
just
into
finished
it.
the report.
This
The
time,
results
there
are very
was no door
promising.
to close
I'll share the
against,
details shortly.
no
Let's discuss
hallway
the
to
next
walk away
steps.
down.
Oh,
Me
that's
too, he said
hilarious.
softly.
I know, right? Look at
The
that.
evening light was
How did
golden.
he even do that?
The
No
pot
idea,
was
but it's
bubbling.
genius.
The breeze came
This
through
is
the window,
nice.
and
Yeah, it
everything,
really
for the
is.
first time in
I'm
longer
glad
than
we
I
could
could
do
fully
this.
measure,
Me
felt
too.
exactly right. Chapter 8,
Whoa,
The
that
Morning
was
After Being
awesome.
Honest.
I know, right? So
There is
good.
something that nobody tells you about the moment you stop carrying something alone, which is that the relief does not arrive all at once. It comes in waves, gradually, across days and mornings and small moments that catch you off guard with the easiness of them.
Coffee's ready.
I noticed
Thanks.
it first in the way I woke up. For 2 years, my mornings had begun with a specific kind of awareness, an immediate consciousness of the thing I was carrying, the feeling I was managing, the distance I was maintaining. Not heavy, not always, but present. A low, constant background hum of something held in check. And now in the weeks after that spring evening in the kitchen, I woke up differently, lighter in a simple and uncomplicated way, like the air in the room had better things
It's been a
in it.
long time since we sat
Daniel
like
and
this.
I did not
Too
change
long.
overnight.
It's good to be
the
here.
love was real
Yeah.
and named and acknowledged.
Cheers
but we
to
were
a
still
great
two
night.
people at the
Cheers to
beginning of
that.
something new, and we were careful with
This
each
is
other
perfect.
in the good
It
way,
really is.
the intentional way.
You know, these quiet
We
moments
moved
really help
forward
put things in
honestly and
perspective.
slowly,
Just
discovering
like this
what we were
tea,
in
it's
the
all about
real,
finding the right
ordinary,
balance.
daily way rather than the dramatic way. We still spent Friday evenings together, but differently now. There was a new ease in the small things, the way we moved around each other in a kitchen, the way comfortable silence felt even more comfortable, the way eye contact did not need to be looked away from. We explored the new landscape of us with the same combination of curiosity and care that
Joel
Daniel
knows.
brought to everything.
Hey, give it
and I
back.
loved him even more
Okay,
for it.
okay, here you go.
He
You're such a
introduced himself
dork.
to the community with characteristic Daniel energy, joining an online forum, attending a local event with me one Sunday afternoon, asking questions and
Smells
listening
amazing. How are
carefully
the
and
veggies
approaching
coming
the whole
along?
experience of
Almost done.
self-discovery
These
with
will be
open
perfect.
arms rather than closed fists. Watching him do it was one of the most moving things I had ever witnessed, not because it was dramatic, but because it was genuinely wholehearted.
Smells amazing, right? Yeah,
I
it
feel
really
like
does.
I've been given extra
Just wait,
rooms,
almost ready.
he said to
Looks
me one
perfect.
evening. That's
Smells
a good way to
amazing.
put it,
How
I
much
said.
longer? Just a couple
I
more
found your
minutes?
rooms years ago,
Want a
he
taste?
said.
Yeah, looks perfect.
I did, I said, but you found yours with the door wide open. That matters. He looked at me, thank you for leaving it open.
Oh
You
my
left
God,
it open,
no.
I said, the night
This
you came
can't
to
be
my
happening.
door. He
No,
smiled,
please.
and it was the real one,
Hey,
the
how's it
small,
going?
genuine
Good,
one
you?
that only
Yeah, pretty good,
appeared
just
when something
relaxing.
truly
Sounds
reached him.
nice.
It is. We should catch
I
up
called my
soon.
mother on a Sunday
And
in
then the
late
knight
spring.
said, the real treasure was
This
the
was the
journey.
call
Oh,
I
that's
had
so
been building
cheesy,
up to
but
for
I love
weeks.
it.
Right?
Not dreading exactly, but approaching carefully the way you approach something important that requires its own proper moment.
I think you need to see this.
Mama, I said,
Okay, what
I
is
have
it?
something I want to tell
Just
you.
look at the screen.
She went
I see.
quiet in the particular way that meant she was giving me her full attention. I'm gay, I said. I have known for a long time. I should have told you before, and I'm sorry I didn't. I just wasn't ready. There was a silence. Then my mother, who was many things, complicated and warm and sometimes difficult and always deeply full of love, said, Beta, are you happy? I looked across the room at Daniel, who was sitting in the armchair
Smells
with a book,
amazing.
not listening,
Almost ready.
giving me the privacy of
Take
the
your
call.
time.
Who had told me quietly before I dialed
This is
that
nice,
he would
isn't
be
it?
right here
Yeah,
if
it really
I needed
is.
him.
How's the coffee?
Who had made
It's
tea
perfect.
for both
Eggs
of us
are good
before
too.
I picked
Glad
up
you
the
like it.
phone. Yes, I said with the fullest chest of my life. I'm really, really happy. Then come home
Great day
soon,
for a
my
walk,
mother
isn't
said.
it?
Bring
Yeah,
Daniel,
perfect
I'll
weather.
make
So
biryani.
refreshing. We should do
And
this
I
more
laughed
often.
properly,
Definitely.
freely, the whole body
Right!
kind. And when Daniel looked up at the sound of it, puzzled and smiling, I shook my head and
Great
mouthed
spot, right?
later, and he went
Yeah,
back to his
perfect
book,
day
and the
for it.
afternoon light
So,
fell
what's new
across
with you?
everything
Not
warm
much,
and
just busy.
golden.
Wow, this
Chapter
community
9, what
looks
the photos
really
always
active.
meant.
I'm joining
One
right now.
evening, months later,
This is gonna be
Daniel
great.
asked to look at the folder.
This festival is great, isn't
We were
it?
sitting in
Yeah,
his
it's
apartment,
perfect. Let's
the one
check
with
out the booths.
plants and the
Good
books
idea.
on
Lead the
the
way.
floor, and it was the kind
Beautiful
of
day,
quiet
isn't it?
evening that had become
Yeah,
the
perfect for a
architecture
walk.
of our life together.
The fresh air is
He was
great.
beside me on the sofa, close
Perfect
in the
evening
easy
for a
way
walk,
of people
isn't it?
who no longer
Absolutely,
keep
the
careful
sunset
track
is
of
beautiful.
distance. The photos, he said, the folder you had, can I see it properly this time? I had not deleted it. I had thought about it
Thanks,
after that
this smells
first
wonderful.
night, but
Of
something
course.
had stopped
Enjoy.
me. It was part of my story, part of who I had become.
Hey
I opened
everyone.
my phone,
Hi,
I opened the
we
folder,
miss
I
you.
handed it to
I
him.
miss you too. How is
He scrolled
everyone?
through it slowly,
Hey
carefully,
everyone,
the
just
way you
finished the
look at
report.
something when
The
you
results
want
are
to
very
really see it.
promising.
The
I'll share the
small
details
things I had
shortly.
saved.
Let's discuss
Two
the next
men
steps.
walking on a beach, shot from behind.
Oh, that's
hands linked.
hilarious.
A quote
I know,
about
right?
loving
Look at
without
that.
apology.
How
A
did he even
photograph
do
of a
that?
pride
No idea,
flag
but
in
it's
rain. A
genius.
painting of two men
This is
asleep in
nice.
golden light.
Yeah,
Small
it really
things,
is.
private things,
I'm
evidence
glad we
of a
could do
person
this.
finding
Me
himself.
too.
He looked at them all, then he
Whoa,
handed
that
the
was
phone back.
awesome. I know, right?
These are
So
beautiful, he
good.
said. They helped me, I said, when I was alone with it. He reached over and took my hand, not dramatically, just comfortably, the way you hold something you have held many times. You're not alone with it anymore. No, I said, I'm not.
Coffee's ready.
He looked at the
Thanks.
photo of the pride flag on the screen for a moment before I closed the app. I want to be in your folder someday, he said quietly. You already are, I told him. You have been for 2 years. He turned and looked at me. Something moved through his face, something warm and honest and full. I love you, he said. I know, I said, I love you back. And that was the whole story, really. Everything else was just details.
It's good to be here.
Chapter 10, The Life We Build in
Cheers to a
Ordinary
great
Mornings.
night. Cheers to
A year
that.
after the night he found the photos.
This is perfect.
We were
It
in
really
my
is.
kitchen on a Saturday
You know, these
morning.
quiet moments really
He
help
was
put things in
making eggs.
perspective.
I was doing
Just like this
exactly
tea, it's all about
nothing
finding the
useful,
right
sitting on the counter
balance.
with my coffee, watching him. He had flour on his elbow from some baking project the night before that he had abandoned halfway through, and he was wearing a gray shirt that was slightly too large, and his hair was the particular post-sleep chaos that I had grown deeply fond of. He did not notice me watching him for a while. He was focused on the eggs
Joe
with the
knows.
particular
Hey,
seriousness
give that
he
back.
brought to cooking,
Okay,
muttering
here you go.
something
You're
under
such a
his breath
dork.
that I could not hear, adjusting the heat twice. Then he turned and caught me looking. What? He said. Nothing, I said.
Smells amazing. How are the veggies
You have a
coming
face
along?
on.
Almost
I
done. These
always
will
have
be
a
perfect.
face on. I have one face. He pointed the spatula at me briefly. You have a particular face, the one you make when you're, he stopped.
Smells amazing, right?
And I'm what? I
Yeah,
asked.
it really does.
He turned back
Just
to
wait,
the eggs,
almost
and
ready.
I could see
Looks
his
perfect.
profile, the small,
Smells
real
amazing.
smile.
How much longer?
Happy,
Just a
he
couple
said,
more minutes?
You make that face
Want a
when you're
taste?
happy.
Yeah, looks perfect.
I looked down at my coffee, thought about all the Friday evenings, all the years of careful distance, all the almost moments, all the
Oh my
things I
God,
had carried
no.
alone. Thought
This
about
can't
a
be
Thursday
happening.
night knock on a door.
No,
Thought
please.
about the folder and what it had
Hey,
meant
how's
and
it
how
going?
what it meant had changed.
Yeah, pretty good. Just
Yeah, I
relaxing.
said, I am.
It is. We should
He
catch up
slid
soon.
the eggs onto 2
And then the
plates
night
and brought
said,
them to
the
the
real
table.
treasure was the
He
journey.
sat across
that's
from
so
me.
cheesy,
Morning
but I
light
love
came
it.
through the
Right?
kitchen window, the soft kind, the kind that makes everything look a little gentle. He pushed my plate toward me with one
I think you
hand
need to
and
see
picked up
this.
his fork with the
Okay,
other.
what is it?
Good, he
Just
said
look at the
simply.
screen. I
And
see.
we had breakfast in the morning light, in our kitchen, in the ordinary beautiful life we were building word by word and day by day and morning by morning. And it was, without any question, exactly enough. Epilogue, what I want you to know. If you are carrying something true about yourself in the quiet, in the private folder of your own chest, I want you to know this. You are not alone, and you do not have to rush toward anything you are not ready
Smells
for.
amazing.
But I also want
Almost
you to
ready.
know that the moment you
Take your
say the
time.
true thing out loud, even to just one person,
This is nice,
even
isn't it?
quietly,
Yeah, it
even
really
with
is.
shaking
How's the
hands,
coffee?
something
It's
changes.
perfect. Eggs are good
Not
too.
everything,
Glad you
not
like
all
it.
at once, but something. And sometimes the person you are afraid to tell is already holding your truth gently
Great
in their
day for a
hands,
walk, isn't it?
waiting for you
Yeah,
to stop
perfect
being
weather. So
afraid.
refreshing. We should do this
Daniel
more
did
often.
not love
Definitely.
me less for who I was.
Right!
He loved me more fully, more honestly, with cleaner eyes when he knew the whole truth of me.
Great
And in
spot,
knowing me
right?
fully, he
Yeah,
found
perfect
permission
day
to
for
know
it.
himself more
So,
fully
what's
in
new with you?
return.
Not much, just busy.
Love does that when it is
Wow,
real.
this
It
community
creates
looks
space,
really
it opens
active.
rooms.
I'm joining right now.
Whatever room
This
you
is
have
gonna
been
be
standing
great.
outside of, I hope
This
you find
festival
the
is great,
courage
isn't
to
it?
go in.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I
Let's
hope when you
check
do,
out the booths.
someone is there
Good
waiting.
idea. Lead the way.
This story ends here,
Beautiful
but their
day, isn't
story
it?
is just beginning.
Yeah, perfect for a
What
walk.
happened next?
The fresh
What
air
did
is great.
Daniel's family say? What was the moment
Perfect
3
evening for a
months
walk,
after
isn't
the
it?
kitchen that
Absolutely,
neither
the
of them
sunset
will
is
ever
beautiful.
forget? Should I tell you part 2? If you want it, leave a comment below saying part 2. Like this story if it moved you even a little.
Thanks, this smells wonderful.
Subscribe because
Of
there
course,
are more
enjoy.
stories exactly like this one waiting to be told.
Hey
And if you are
everyone.
living something like what
Hi,
Zane
we miss
lived,
you.
carrying
I
something
miss you
true
too.
and
How
alone,
is
I
everyone?
see you. This
Hey
story was
everyone,
for
just
you.
finished the report. The results
See
are
you
very
next time.
promising.